Hey guys, it's Lena. I don't even know where to look. I wasn't exactly expecting to record today, so you'll excuse the mess that is my flat behind me. And the puffy eyes were not just VA related. I came out of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is extremely sad. I was not prepared for it, and then got hit with Margaret's video. Thanks to the team who sent it to me and who tried to warn me. Um, I'm not exactly sure. I'm recording because I felt like a thread would be very, very long, and I don't know, this felt a bit more personal. So if you don't know me, or if you don't know my face, I'm Lena. I'm the campaign manager for Save VA, and yeah, I'm the annoying person who posts all the time about Cyber Empire Academy. I had some things to say, and I wasn't exactly sure what they were or how I would phrase them, so I thought I would just do this video. First of all, I know that this sucks, and I think in some ways it feels even worse than January, because I think we were holding on to hope back then, and now it kind of feels like the end. I was only really upset, and I cried in my toilets for about 15 minutes, but you know, it's what it is. As far as what I'm gonna do, I think, you know, we we have to be realistic and we have to protect ourselves. And basically, Save VA became my second full-time job in a life I didn't have room for two full-time jobs. But I'm really grateful for it all, and so I think I will probably stick around and keep harassing a few studios because you know you can always hold out for a miracle, but also realistically expecting that it probably won't come up to anything. But I do think that fandoms can survive, even when their shows and their books or anything like that are ended. Just look at Buffy. Obviously, Buffy had 7 seasons, but all the same, you know, I think we can still stick around and still make edits and still create stuff and support the cast and crew in their future projects and support each other um, in our lives and our new hobbies. And we're very similar people, so I'm sure we'll find other things to talk about. As far as Save VA, I need to talk with the team, and I'm sending them this video because I didn't really know what to tell them. I think there's another person out there who probably knows exactly what I'm feeling like. I've received messages for a month asking me what was happening with VA, and I'm just a 26-year-old kid in a giant mini sweater. I have no answers for you. So this is kind of like, you know, spur of the moment decisions. I think Save VA will finish its spring schedule for sure, and just, you know, try to keep harassing people if it ever comes to anything, but also take a chill pill and be there mostly to keep the fandom going. It's not because a fandom loses its show that the fandom ends. And you know, I think we still have tons of things to do, and tons of things that can be done. We can still create, we can still talk. We'll be around to update you guys about anything related to the show and the producers and the cast and the crew. Right now, there's a the Writers Guild strike, and obviously we want to be there to support them for that. And at the end of the day, I think when we were fighting to save VA, we weren't just fighting for VA as a show. I think it embodies a lot of things that we care about, be it like representation in shows, news stories, and you know, literature adaptations of things we love, but mostly, you know, all of the social issues we've highlighted in Save VA. And I'm really proud of the work we've done. We did a freaking billboard. It was absolute hell, but we did it. We still have some money left over, so we're gonna donate that to the Trevor Project in the name of the VA fandom. I probably will do that this week as like a little offset goodbye. I'll try to do it later if I can. And you know, there's loads of things we can do, and obviously I want us all to take care of our mental health. And if you need to step back, that's fine. If you need not to interact with it, that's fine too. If you need to hold on to a bit of hope to feel okay, I totally get it, trust me. But I also think that, like, you know, we're not alone in this. Like, the industry has been an absolute wreck for the better part of maybe 2 years, and especially this year. And it kind of feels like studios are playing around with their crews and their cast and their audience by throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks, and nothing sticks for them because they seem to want immediate success. And if you're not House of the Dragon or Stranger Things, which by the way, what is Netflix gonna do once they are to Stranger Things? We do have the corpse coming with Kieran and Max, so that's hopeful. That they're kind of just giving up on you, and I don't think that's okay. And I think that TV is an art, and it speaks to more than just numbers, and obviously, capitalism and all this. But you're trying to convey a message, and I think those messages are important. So we've been talking about maybe reaching out to other fandoms that have been going through similar things. I'm thinking of First Kill, of Warrior Nun. I am in awe of these fandoms. They have been fighting for months. I do not know how they're doing it. But also the Winchesters. I know that obviously Shadows and Bone is fighting right now to get their season. And in a separate thing, Six of Crows is fighting for their sequel spin-off thing. So maybe we could ally together and kind of try to be I don't know, fandom for change, try to get some good vibes out there, be it fighting for important stuff or highlighting important issues or supporting new fandoms. I don't know, like, there's stuff that can be there, that can be done out there, so I think that's gonna be my next project. And if you're one of those fandoms and you're looking at this for whatever reason, please reach out. Or like at least let me DM you. We'll try and work something out. And even with VA, there were plans that we wanted to put in place that can still be done without a show. We wanted to make meetups happen. We wanted to maybe make conventions happen. These things can still happen, at least as far as meetups. Conventions are complicated. They involve a lot of finances. I'm not sure if the cast and crew would even want to do that with the show not coming any further, so like it wouldn't really help them marketing wise. But as far as fan meetups, we can do that. And we can do stuff together. So that might be, sorry for all the ums, that might be the next step too. I know that some of the Save VA team, a handful of us, are going to Spain in September. I'm really excited for this. And that will be maybe a spur of the moment thing too, where we can decide what comes next, and if we can do this as a bigger group where we can meet up with a very international fandom. There's a way to connect and way to do things that will help each other and maybe help the world be a slightly better place. I know that in some ways it feels really silly to care that much. Like I feel like I'm grieving, and I'm like, it's just a show. You need to like get over yourself. But I think we're not just like grieving the story. We're kind of grieving. Feels like maybe you could lose some friendships or the fandom or like all of the activity on the TL. We have this really weird, complex parasocial relationships with the cast and in some manner the crew, but mostly the cast, which are like, oh, is it gonna just evaporate? Like, it's just gonna disappear? It's not gonna be able to grow any further? Like, what's gonna happen to that? And obviously it's really weird because we all want to hug them, but if we did hug them, we'd probably be freaked out because we don't know who the hell we are. But can't help it. So I think that also gets into it, and I think all of those feelings are fine and they're valid, and it sucks that you have to feel like this. But I do think that we'll still be there for each other, and we can support the cast in whatever comes next for them. And who knows? Bond about excellent music and shows that break your heart. Baby girl and all that. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's about that. I don't know if there's much more I can say except that we'll be around. We're gonna try to do things, and if you want to do things with us, please reach out. If you want to talk, you can reach out too. I have some edits coming. I have fun things I want to finish. I'm also part of the Goditry Poditry, the Guardians of the Dominion pod. And we talked about what will happen if there was no more. I need to talk with him about it, but we had some plans. And I'm sure we'll at least finish the rewatch, and then we had some ideas that we wanted to do as well, so we might get into that. I will see with them, but there will still be life in the fandom, and I think there will still be things we can fight for and hope for, because at the end of the day we weren't just fighting to finish a story, we're fighting for something that I think is much bigger than that, and that's pretty cool. I've been already filming for 9 minutes, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up. There's some things I need to give. I'll probably do a thread or something, but big thanks to the cast and crew for entertaining us and for humoring us and talking and chatting and being absolutely lovely human beings. Can't wait to see what comes next for you, and I'll be sending all of the good vibes. Huge congratulations and love to the VA renewal campaign, both the English speaking one and the Latam one, I believe. Um, you are wonderful, and I am in awe of all the work you did, and I'm really grateful that you were there to fight with us as well. Big thanks to the team. I can't name everyone because I'll inevitably forget, but you are the best people I could have hoped to do this with. And if, like, I'm sure that some of you are the most stubborn people I've ever met. I'm pretty stubborn, so I'm sure you'll be with me for some while longer. But I'm grateful for any and all work that you have put in and all the energy that you have put in um, the campaign, and very grateful for the fandom too. I'll do a more like detailed thread about the big things, I think. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Don't know if it makes any sense, but the gist is we'll be around. We have more things to do, and even if we don't get VA back, I'm really grateful for what we did have. And if we have a miracle, well, that's awesome. But if we don't, there are still loads of things we can do, and I'm still sure we'll see each other around. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you soon, I guess.